Hey guys, welcome back to ARTV, your guide to current events within the aesthetic industry. I'm your host, Vivienne Echendu, the vendor relations specialist here at Aesthetic Record. Thanks for tuning back into another exciting episode where we continue supporting small businesses that are doing big things. And joining me today is Daniel J. Hume, Vice President of Sales for LifeThreads. LifeThreads is a designer of premium scrubs with technical features and tailored designs made to flatter. Launched in 2015, LifeThreads reinvents the uniform to deliver functionality without sacrificing comfort or style. Thank you for joining us today, DJ. Can you tell us about you and your journey to where you are now as a VP of Sales for LifeThreads?
I started in medical device sales, specifically cardiovascular. And then I slowly got into textiles about 5 years ago. And I actually worked for some other scrub companies that were focused on technology, and I was able to help move that into partnerships that led to licensing deals. So through a lot of all of that, I was able to connect with LifeThreads about just a little over a year ago, actually. I learned a little bit about their story, their background. Most importantly, it was a big family business that I was really excited about, that was focused locally, but they had to reach globally. So that there was a lot of potential, not only with the product itself, but with the technology. And it was really just a no-brainer for me to join on and help them expand into what we call our team sales or group sales, where I really focus on working with clinics, hospitals, anything that has a team over 5. That's pretty much our wheelhouse.
Has your team always worked with healthcare practitioners in the aesthetic space, or is this a brand new territory that you're stepping into?
This is a whole new territory for us, and frankly, I don't know very much about it. Really, my main focus that I've been working on the last year is health systems. So it's been large institutions. And now we've noticed that there's a huge need for smaller clinics and that need the same product. They need just as much efficiency, and they want a great product at a great price that makes it easy to purchase.
Speaking of a great product at a great price, the mission of LifeThreads is that every hero needs a cape. So what does that mean to you?
So it really stems to what our foundation is and what we are built off of. So as you spoke to, we're a scrub company. We sell, tops, bottoms, lab coats, jackets, things like that. But historically, where we started was more of a medical device type approach, which is a little different than any other scrub company out there. So what kind of differentiates our product is we have some technology that's applied to that product, both fluid barrier, anti-microbial, antifungal, all right? And not only do we apply that to the fabric, but it's also third-party tested. So that's where we really see ourselves as a medical device company first. And that whole thought process is that there's a large gap between traditional scrubs and PPE. And there's so many scenarios where bacteria or other germs they're pretty much attracted towards textiles, and they just sit on our scrubs. And that's when we thought that there has to be a better way, something that can better protect us. We're going to be wearing it every single day for 8, 10, 12 hours. And that's where LifeThreads was inspired and built from. So we have evolved into a comfortable scrub, fashion-forward scrub. But going back to every healthcare worker wears a cape. We feel that you shouldn't have to sacrifice protection or anything like that, and also sacrifice comfort. So we wanted to combine those two pieces into one comfortable scrub that just wasn't on the marketplace.
It's interesting that you mentioned traditional scrubs versus PPE. So what distinguishes the two?
In general, you have a healthcare worker that has their scrubs. They usually have to purchase themselves. They may have a couple different sets, but they're going to be putting it on, going into work for 8+ hours every single day. then they're going to be taking that home and washing it at home. So it's pretty much all on themselves. And then when they get to work, they may be going into a patient's room or anything like that where they may anticipate some type of exposure or blood or what it could be many different things. And they'll put on a gown, goggles, mask, whatever it could be. But in between those two pieces, there are a lot of scenarios where you're actually still making contact with patients or you're exposed to other things along just being a healthcare provider. And that's where we see that there's a large gap. You can put on the PPE and prepare for those, but there are so many scenarios where there's unanticipated exposures where you still need to be protected. And it's not, frankly, I don't feel that it's fair for a healthcare worker to have to wear essentially cotton that's going to just absorb whatever might hit them, or if something that's just floating in the air that they may not necessarily know, but it's touching their skin. Every healthcare worker already does enough to keep us all safe. So I think it's so important if we can just provide that added layer of protection that isn't there today, and there's no cost, there's no difference in comfort. It's just an added layer of protection that they don't even realize that they have. That's just a win-win across the board.
That's an important consideration for providers. Since every treatment is so up close and personal, apparel is a first line of defense.
And even with PPE, I mean, it typically only goes down to the knees. So it could get on their legs, and there's all kinds of other things. You're not 100% protected. So we don't see ourselves as something that replaces PPE. We see ourselves as something that's filling that gap. We're an added layer of protection. So if you're focused on safety, and most importantly, if you're focused on not taking that stuff, that germs, whatever it might be, home to your family, this is a great alternative that's been third-party tested and proven to reduce the bioburden on the surface of the garment.
What products does LifeThreads offer?
So historically at LifeThreads, we are a scrub company, and that's one of our main focuses, and particularly textiles, technology with textiles. So we scrub tops, scrub bottoms, jackets, lab coats, and then we actually have a bunch of products that are going to be released over the next 6 months that tie into that. We carry multiple different collections as far as price points, fits, feels within our scrubs. And then due to COVID, the last few months, being a scrub company, we've actually been more of a logistics company because there's so much involved with actually generating that scrub with technology, getting it to the US and being able to distribute that appropriately. So we found it was one of our duties to be able to help our partners because they actually started calling us asking for help. So we actually put our team together worldwide and that sources products. And we, the last 2 to 3 months since COVID started, we've been focusing on sourcing PPE, getting it to here to the States and distributing that to our partners. So that's really a segue that we've been helping with since then. Some of those products include your N95 masks, your 3-ply mask, the level 1, level 2, level 3 masks, the touchless thermometers. There's level 1, level 2, level 3 isolation gowns, goggles, full coverage goggles. There's face shields. Pretty much anyone that asks us if we can get it, hand sanitizer, if they ask us if we can get it, we send it off to our team. They ask as many people as they can, and if we can find a way or will to get it here, we're going to do everything that we can.
Is supplying PPE a long-term commitment for LifeThreads?
We're really not sure where the PPE and where all these products are going to go over the next 6, 12, 2 years from now. And as long as there's going to be demand for it and we can fill that gap for our customers, we're happy to supply that. We really don't know if it's going to be a long-term play or a short-term play. We have proven that from a logistics standpoint, we've had a lot of customers that said, hey, a lot of people said that they can get it, but you guys are the only one that actually pushed product and we actually saw something. So we're pretty proud that we could actually follow through with what we said that we could do and build those relationships. So as far as what the future holds from a PPE standpoint, we're not really sure. It has opened up our eyes as far as we've been thinking about expanding our product line. So how far that goes, how custom it is, we're really not sure, but we're just gonna take it week by week, just like everyone else, and continue to support our customers as needed.
LifeThreads was built for the front lines. What differentiates your scrubs and lab coats, especially during our current health season?
LifeThreads technology is different than anything out there. And we call it our active barrier technology. So it's a two-prong approach. There are a lot of products out there that may say that they have anti-microbial or some type of technology, but really going back to my original note is we're a medical device, and we see that everything that we say, everything that we do, it needs to be third-party tested and it needs to be backed by results, which really differentiates us from anyone out there. So that active barrier technology is comprised of, number one, a fluid barrier, and then number two are antimicrobial. Those two properties combined have been third-party tested to reduce the bacteria on the surface of the garment by 99.99%. So, which is phenomenal results and shows that it's actually doing something with this technology. Now, our technology is also FDA registered, EPA registered, so it's all safe to wear. And it's taken, we started in 2014, pretty much took us 3 to 4 years to get the technology where it should be. And then it's taken us up until probably the last year or so to get it to be a comfortable product. Because what happens is when people hear fluid barrier or antimicrobial, they think that it's stiff, uncomfortable, boxy. So we've really focused on, based on the demand of the market, of this has to be a comfortable first, fit has to be great. I need to look great in this, and it also can be functional with our property. So we've had to reverse engineer all that because we thought the technology itself would be great and everyone will be uncomfortable. And frankly, that's just not true. Everyone wants to be comfortable, it wants to be breathable. And if I can have some added layer to the technology that is also tested to prove that it's actually doing something, then it's just a win-win.
You offer a variety of forms that fit and also look great. What are your favorite styles and why?
So my favorite style is a style that we've launched in the last 6 months or so. It's the Ergo 2.0 collection. And frankly, it's the most innovative product that we've made to date. I love the men's, the 2410, 2420, the top and bottom. What makes it so unique is when you put it on, you would actually say, wait, this is actually fluid repellent, it's actually antimicrobial. You won't even notice it. It's so cool. We've been able to put a product that is actually stretchable, breathable, comfortable, you look good, you feel good in it, and it's really just a great reflection of what you're trying to do. Providing a great service, just like what you said, is one thing that's important is when you're wearing something, you want to feel good in it. And if you feel good, and you're automatically going to feel more confident, and it's a reflection on who you are, who the company is, and what your customers believe that you guys are a part of. So the uniform, although it seems like such a small piece, it makes such a big impact on every single customer that we see. So the Ergo 2.0 being soft, stretchy, sleek, professional looking, yet you can still be comfortable in it, is by far, one of the most, my favorite product. And if anyone asks, I always say, hey, try this, you're gonna love it. So it's been an awesome launch for us.
What styles are your customers loving?
There's the top seller collections are the Ergo 2.0 and the Contigo Active. And I really put it into two buckets of people. There's pretty much, if they want not necessarily a traditional route, but if they want a scrub that's not too flashy, not too stretchy, but kind of a little bit old, not necessarily old fashioned, but something that they're similar to, they tend to be gravitated towards the Ergo 2.0 collection. And we have multiple different tops and bottoms that go with that. So we always can fit someone with what they're looking for. The other piece is the people that are looking for something that's really stretchy, really comfortable, and that's more the Contigo Active. And the reason behind that is that's our 4-way stretch product. It stretches in 4 different ways. It's super soft, super stretchy, and those have been really popular. The only difference between the two is the Contigo Active is our only product that we went outside of our normal realm, where we actually didn't apply a fluid barrier. We just had the antimicrobial in that product. And the reason behind that is we wanted to really focus on the comfort and the moisture wicking and be able to have that 4-way stretch. And essentially that fluid barrier stops some of that. So we wanted to go a different route, see what feedback that they had. So they tend to be gravitated to one of those 2 different collections, yet they can still remain, comfortable and have a great fit.
What technology is found in your lab coats? Is it the same as your scrubs?
It's that same technology. It's based out of our classic collection. It's the lab coat we actually just launched in January, and it's been a great hit. And we're able to actually customize all the lab coats with logos, names, everything that a department is typically looking for or a clinic is looking for. And it has that same technology, the fluid barrier, antimicrobial, antifungal. And then we've really focused on not making those properties someone have to pay for it. So we've really pushed down the price on that, because we think that lab coats in the last couple of years have just gotten ridiculously priced. I mean, lab coats are over $100 a piece. So if you want to get 5 of them to have a clean one every single day, you're spending over $500 before you get any customization on it. That's just not right. So we actually went ahead and brought a product that's great fit, holds that white to it. So that was another thing, is lab coats tend to get dingy and yellow and dirty pretty quick. So with our technology, it also stain resistant. So it keeps that nice professional white a lot longer while still being protected. And whether it's a fluid, whether it's blood or something like that hits your jacket, or it's your Monday morning coffee that you spill on there, you're good to go, and it's gonna roll right off.
What other products are customizable?
All of our products are pretty much customizable, especially our scrubs. So we can do as little as or as much as you want, whether that's from a logo on your scrub to your name, if you want it screen printed, pretty much anything that you're looking for, we have the ability to customize that to you guys and what you're looking for to fit within your brand. Now, on top of that, what we've done is we've also released a couple products like a reusable mask, and we've also been offering customizable masks as well to be able to put a logo and other things like that on that mask. So just another product that if we have the flexibility to actually put customization, brand it so it fits within your guys' guidelines, that's what we've really been focusing on. So that's what we do right now.
How long does it take to ship an order?
Shipping right now, if it's scrubs or PPEs, shipped within 24 hours. Unless there's any customization or anything involved, then it typically takes 7 to 10 days to get that embroidered and then shipped out. So we try to move as quick as possible. Everything that we carry is actually stored in our warehouse in New Jersey and ships from there.
How do you handle returns and exchanges?
So we're customer centric first. So returns, exchanges are free of charge. So anything like that, for whatever reason, whether it's something that just didn't fit, you just didn't like when you got it, you change your mind, whatever it is, we focus on customer loyalty, making sure that we make it right. So free exchanges, free returns. We actually send you a label. You get that through the post office, throw it in your mailbox, and you're done. All right, Aesthetic Records and Vivienne, thanks so much for having me on. If you guys want to learn more about LifeThreads or learn more about me, you can reach us at www.life-threads.com. You can also email me directly. I try to be as accessible as possible to anyone that I work with. My email directly is daniel@life-threads.com. And if you want to follow us, we try to get social as well. You can find us on Instagram or Facebook, and it's at @life_threads.
And that's a wrap for this episode of ARTV. If you're an aesthetic record user, make sure to log into market.aestheticrecord.com. where you can check out the wide selection and colors of LifeThreads scrubs and also their lab coats. Stay touchless and safe with their infrared thermometer, face mask, and assortment of other PPEs available right now. If you're not an aesthetic record user but wish to join our AR family, visit aestheticrecord.com, where our team is eager to chat with you. If you're a small business doing big things and would like to be featured on our next episode, email me down below. I look forward to seeing you all very soon, but until then, stay safe and stay healthy.